WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from Germany. I have something from Scotland, which is a German exclusive. Deanston, 2007, yay! Bottle 2020, 13-year-old whiskey. This is from Whic, WHIC.de. It's an online portal here in Germany, and they have different series. I've sometimes talked about their amazing whiskey series, and now they have a new series called Tarot. So from Tarot cards, this is number 2. This is then whiskey base number 172114, and this is then 89 euros and 99 cents for a 50.2 ABV bottling. This was filled up in a first fill sherry cask. What type of sherry, we don't know, but we do know the cask number was 900144. It's Deanston, yay! Natural color, non-chilled filtered. And there's going to be 22 of these bottlings, and this is number 2, by the way. All right, so 90 euros for this bottle. This is basically the same bottle that I know from Signatory Vintage. Ediledoa has this decanter bottle. Very, very big cork, by the way. Massive, massive size here. I was just talking a couple of days ago to a guy. His name is Thomas Kruger. Thomas Kruger is the owner or the co-owner of WhiskyAuction.com. That's the whiskey site over here in Europe, in Germany to be specific. That has been online since 1995. Every month between about 3,000 and 8,000 bottles are sold on his online platform. And he has noticed that when it's talking about leakage, that's especially these big corks leak very, very often. All right, so that's that for that information. I'm going to compare it to something that is very widely available, and it's a Glendronach 15-year-old. So why the 15-year-old? Well, it's 2 years older, but this only has 46%. This has 50.2. So it's a little bit of cheating that this has less, but hey, and it's 15 euros less as well. My problem is I didn't have any peated. I didn't have any sherried Deanston at all here at my home. So that's why I decided to go for this instead. Let's push these things up a little bit so that the shadows don't get in my face that much. All right, very, very good. So over here, it's very vegetal. It's like a green pepper type of vegetable. I'm not a great fan of Deanston like Roy is. I was actually at Deanston with Roy Aquavit himself. Food Quick and I, Andreas drove up then from Glasgow. Roy came in the afternoon. Before that, we had been at Glengoyne together, Food Quick and I, and we had a wonderful, wonderful day. And so Deanston will always be very, very close to my heart as a beautiful, beautiful, magnificent distillery. But I am not a great, great fan, for example, of their organic whiskeys. There's an organic Deanston, every time I smell it, I was like, ooh. And a little bit of that moment is here as well. I could not tell you what type of sherry this is. I'm not even sure if this is a classified sherry. Do sherries need to be classified as Oloroso, or Pedro Jimenez, or Fino, or Monsignado, or Calo Potado to actually be called sherry? It's such a sherry whiskey. Could be a cream sherry for all I know. It's not bad, but it's a little bit of a vegetal note. It's a little bit of a sweet wood moment. It's a little bit of a dark type of leather tobacco. Now, I want to classify the leather. The leather is young leather, and the tobacco is cheap, strong tobacco. Sorry for defining those two things as I did. Going over here to Glendronach. Oh, yeah. Daddy likes. Oh, I love the combination. I have a bottle here from Rachel Berry. Thank you very much for doing the Pedro Jimenez and also the Oloroso sherry casks together with the 15-year-old. This is some very good stuff. Absolutely right up my alley. Exactly like I would have done it myself. There's a lot more of a complexity and a depth to this than it is over here to this, in my personal opinion. Actually, I forgot. I took this off my German video. Around the neck of the bottle was actually a tarot card, the High Priestess. So that's what they're doing here, is they're naming each and every one according to a tarot card. All right, good. I'm going to try this 50.2%. Cheers. This is really getting to me. I'm getting a smoky peatedness to this whiskey. I got it in my German video. I'm getting it once again in my English video. Towards the end, there's like a really, really strong barrel char. It's like a cigar that actually has been lit. Could it be the glass? I really don't think so, but you never know. So, all right, just put a tiny, tiny little bit in there to also try this and see what's going to happen. Cleanse my palate. Exactly the same thing. So, and what I'm getting here is it's like secondhand smoke. It must be the barrel char. I don't know. I cannot imagine that Deanston has used any type of peated barley up until now. I do not think that a first fill sherry butt would actually have any type of peat in there or any type of smoke. But when you char the barrel, and this is what the thing is, these are barrels made for the whiskey industry. These barrels were not made for the sherry industry, used in the sherry industry, and then taken over to the whiskey industry. These were actually ordered barrels that were made exclusively for whiskey. And if you take an American oak, and I'm fairly sure this was American oak, and you can actually char it before you put the sherry in there. And the sherry can be in there for 3 months, 6 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, and they're seasoned. And then you empty it, you leave a little bit in there, you send it over in the colder months up to Scotland, you fill it with some type of distillate from the distillery, bam. What you can have is, just like with a bourbon, is you have a little bit of barrel char in there, and I think that's what happened. I have no other explanation for why I'm getting a type of smoky richness towards the end here. Is it me? No. If I take the Glendronach 15 Revival, I get all the fruity goodness. I get all of the nice richness, also the darkness of almost a molasses, of a leather, of a nice dark red ripe fruits. This is really, really nice stuff. Chocolate moments, berries, excellent. What does it say here again? Heavily glazed apricots, ripe figs with a chocolate of black cherry, angelica, and also almonds. Wow. Going back to our Deanston, Roy loves his Deanstons. I must admit that it's been a while since I really connected with a Deanston at a level where I was like, a wow whiskey. Question of the day, what was your favorite Deanston ever? It could be an independent bottler, it could be a standard core range product. What is your favorite Deanston? Now, the nose is not bad. This is for me a C- whiskey. Now, people that like that tobacco moment, that like it's walnut, it's hazelnuts, there's a lot of nuttiness in here. If you like that type of stuff, this is actually going to be right up your alley, but unfortunately, it's not my wheelhouse. It's not what I expect, it's not what I want, it's not what I have a hankering for here. What I haven't done here, at least in my video so far, is I have not diluted it down. So I'm going to put it down to maybe around 40%. Mm-hmm. And actually now I have that barrel char again. Um, except for the finish, nothing's wrong with this whiskey. It's an okay whiskey. My problem is 90 euros for an okay whiskey. I would much rather pay, over here in Germany at the moment, 72 euros for this. The 15-year-old revival, even though it is only 46%, it actually has a little bit more of a character, complexity, depth compared to this. This is just doesn't do it for me. I do like the bottle. My wife will probably take this and use it for some type of decoration and so on. Heavy, well done. Look at the glass at the bottom here. But I'm not a real fan of tarot cards anyways, and so I might actually have a subliminal, a subconscious type of denial of wanting to like this whiskey. Who knows? That's the way things are. All right, so value for money, this is for me more of a D than anything else. Taste, it's a C minus. I'm sure there are better whiskeys out there. Deanston 18. If I'm going to mention one whiskey that's actually good or nice or very, very nice, it's going to be the Deanston 18. That is an absolutely fantastic whiskey, usually. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell others. You'll find a lot of whiskeys here you'll never see outside of the country of Germany. Or even if you can, there are single casks and very, very rare to get, rare and exotic whiskeys. But unfortunately, or fortunately, my comparison whiskeys are often something you can get. And this is something I really, really like. I can really recommend. And I think it was 2020 or 2019 Whiskey of the Year by Roy. Rightfully so, in my opinion. All the best. Whiskey Jason here. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and tell others. Bye-bye.